So Peter falling there just like a sycamore leaf, which uses the same process of auto-rotation to fly, the same process that the auto-gyro uses. Auto-gyros were invented in 1923. That's just 20 years after the first flight of the Wright brothers. Invented by Juan de la Cierva. He wanted to design an aircraft that couldn't stall. Now, when we talk about an aircraft stalling, it doesn't mean the engine stops like when a car stalls. It means that the aircraft stops developing lift and falls out of the sky. So if the engine does fail in the auto-gyro, Peter can just auto-rotate down to land, and in fact it's just like the normal landing process. We get a nice close-up view of Peter during this display. And he does like people to show their appreciation by waving when you can see him, and if enough people wave, he will wave back. And so stable is the aircraft, you may even see him waving back with two hands. As you can see, it's highly manoeuvrable. There he is, yawing the aircraft from side to side. So not only is this a very comfortable, very fast touring aircraft, it's also highly manoeuvrable. It can fly sideways, it can even stop and hover if the wind is strong enough. This particular aircraft is powered by a 115 horsepower Rotax engine, which gives it a maximum speed of 120 miles an hour. Normally the cruise is 100 miles an hour, and it has 4 hours endurance, so that'll give you a range of 400 miles, which is enough for a long weekend away somewhere interesting, I would suggest. It is a two-seater with a passenger seat behind the pilot, and although there's no central external lunch compartment, there are plenty of cubby holes inside the cockpit where you can stow your belongings. Let's give him a wave. I can see Peter waving back, so let's all give him a wave as he flies up the display line. Can anyone see close enough if he is wearing his DJ? This model of auto-gyro was designed in Germany in 2009, and more than 1,000 of this have been sold worldwide. This is actually Peter's second model of this type, which he's had for a year. He recently sold the previous one, which he'd had for 5 years. It can take off in less than 70 meters and has a landing run of 10 to 15 meters, so it really can stop almost on a sixpence. Peter's display and the aircraft itself are sponsored by Air Total and Sydney Charles Insurance, as well as Pooley's Pilot Supplies, Sky Demon Navigation Software and Vertigo aircraft covers. His 5-year sponsorship with Air Total comes to an end this year, so he is looking for a new sponsor for the next season. So we hope he's lucky, because it would be a shame to lose this lovely display from the air display scene. Peter Davis himself is a hugely experienced pilot. He has more than 3,000 hours flying auto-gyros. He's a gyro flying instructor and an instructor of instructors as well. There we go, I think he could hover. He almost came to a stop there. The wind not quite as strong as it was yesterday. He flew in the first World Microlight Championship, coming fourth and winning the speed event outright. He won the 1994 Around the World Air Race, flying a Cessna Conquest 2 twin turboprop aircraft, thus making him an official Earth rounder, someone who has flown around the world in the name of adventure. I think when the first Tom Cruise Mission Impossible film came out, when you may recall a helicopter tried to pursue the the train through the Channel Tunnel, they gave Peter the idea that maybe he could be the first man to fly through the Channel Tunnel, because he reckons he could do it in his autogyro, though he hasn't done it yet. Some crazy flying now from Peter, showing just how manoeuvrable this aircraft is. But it's also very stable, so even when the weather is quite bumpy outside, the flying characteristics of the autogyro mean it's very smooth inside. Peter learned to fly autogyros in the USA in 1989, and he says he's been in love with them ever since. When asked to describe his display, I heard Peter say it's up close and personal, and I think you'll certainly agree with that. Now, with the demise of the RAF Harriers and Royal Navy Sea Harriers on the display circuit, one of the things I think we all miss